what in my brain made me do it. I just did it, and that's the first thing that came to mind without thinking. Oh, I was not expecting to tear up. What the heck, OP? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Chit Chatting with Kate Carr. We're matching our coffee today, and the coffee we are chit-chatting with today is a mixture of like a caramel pecan and an espresso. I love the strong taste of espresso, but we're mixing it up today. We have a little bit of flavor with the caramel pecan, so I just kind of mixed the two beans together, and here we are. So join me, grab your favorite beverage, whether it's morning, afternoon, night, day, whatever the time is, whatever beverage that makes you feel comfy, cozy, relaxed for the next 20 or so minutes, and just kick back, relax, and let's chit chat about the Reddit thread r/confession. Before we start chatting about r/confessions, I am going to pause so you can take a moment to comment what beverage you chose for today's video. So here you go, here's your moment. Cool, thanks for commenting. I can't wait to see what you're sipping on. And I appreciate you commenting, because when you like, comment, share, subscribe, all the YouTube things, that allows youtube.com to keep allowing me to build this gal pal community that I know we have over here. And that way I can continue creating the content that I enjoy creating, that you enjoy consuming, that YouTube enjoys promoting, so we can get this gal pal community growing over here on Chit Chatting with Kate Carr. Alrighty, confession number 1. I never ate the 8-year-old Twinkie. It's been on my mind for about 5 years now. When I was young, I had this distinct memory of my father and I buying Twinkies at our local Walmart. I come from a small town, so the average Walmart trip was about a 45-minute commute. 45 minutes to commute to Walmart? I'm so thankful I don't live in the middle of wherever they said this small town. Far too long of a ride for my adolescent self to sit through without some sort of reward afterwards. He grabbed us some Twinkies and off we left. I scarfed mine down almost immediately, but my father, for whatever reason, chose to save his for later, placing his in the freezer. For 8 years it sat in the freezer. He clearly forgotten about it since, but I stayed remembering. I would often joke to my siblings each year that I'd take a bite out of it one of these days, but out of curiosity, I wanted to see how long it could last. Throughout this period of time, my parents divorced, leaving my mother with the house, and in return, the forgotten Twinkie. I returned home one day after an unsuspecting day of high school, hoping to see if there was some sort of ice cream left over in the freezer, until I realized the entire door was rearranged. I asked my mom what happened, and she said she was just clearing things out. This included the ancient Twinkie. I'll admit, the freezer was cluttered, but for God's sakes, she took away this long-running case study. It was free of any visible signs of aging or deterioration for both the frigid temperature and the heavy preservatives in that stuffed yellow sponge cake. And now, it was gone. Every couple of months, I remember this story, and I still think back to how refreshing it would have been to be able to bite into that de-thawed Twinkie. I'm currently back home from college, struggling to fall asleep, and all I can think about is how badly I want this Twinkie right now. I hope you all understand my pain. TLDR, Twinkie sat in the freezer for 8 years and survived my parents' divorce. Mom cleared out the freezer, and I never got to embrace its cream-filled goodness. At first, I'm sure there's some crazy confessions on here, but I just like to scroll through the Reddit threads, and if a title pops out to me, that's the story I'm going to like blind react to with you on the video. And I just had to do this one for dramatic purposes because, one, the way that this was written, it's hilarious. It's a Twinkie. And honestly, that's a good commitment to being like, one, I'm not gonna bite into that Twinkie. We're gonna keep that going. And then the distraught when your mom threw it out. I admire the commitment, so I hope you just are able to buy yourself some Twinkies. But I understand, it's not the purpose of rebuying Twinkies, it's the fact that this Twinkie has been in there for so long, survived so much, and nobody touched it, and you're the only one thinking about it. Your family's probably like, okay. But I hope Twinkie sees this and they just send you a whole bunch. This one seems a little scary, so I guess a little warning if you don't like gory things. I have no idea where this story is heading, but I don't like it either, but this title really stood out to me. Confession number 2. I can't stop thinking about getting rid of my eyeball. For the past few months, I've had an intense urge and really wanted to remove my eyeball. It's gotten to the point where I can't stop thinking about it, and I'm struggling to cope with anything else. This desire to remove my eyeball also feels like a need, and I can't find a way to accidentally remove it. I'm 15 male, and I managed to see a counselor in about 4 weeks. I want to tell them about this, and I can't stop thinking about my eye. But due to me being a minor, they would have to inform my parents about my issue, which is something I really don't want. I don't know if I might have some sort of mental disorder or if it's some sort of episode or something. Okay, this one went down a path that I wasn't expecting. I feel so bad for OP because I understand like the urge to like really do something and like it being top of your brain and something as insane as like wanting to remove your eyeball. I'm glad that they're young, their parents aren't like encouraging and allowing them to go to counseling. And yeah, maybe they will tell your parent. I'm not a doctor in any way, so I'm unsure of how, like, even though you are a minor, like how they would be able to, like, if they are able to tell your parent or whatever, if you're like, I guess if you're going to harm yourself, which is, you know, very, very intense. And I think that again, I have no idea if this will, like, you know, be able to, like, go towards the path, but again, being able to be in counseling, I think that's a good first step because it's going to just set you towards a better path than, you know, just sit there and ruminating about poking your eyeball out, because we do not want that, OP. We don't want that, and I wish all the best for you and everything in this journey, because mental health, it ain't no easy path, that's for sure. Confession number 3. After work, I left a Starbucks glass drink and an old cup with my name on it from an order in the parking lot next to the car area. No excuse for littering. But I was tired, and I honestly don't even know why I did it, since I usually throw my trash away at home anyways. I just looked at those 2 things in my car, and something in my mind said to just get rid of them out of my car now. So I just opened my door and placed them aside and drove away. After I took a nap and when getting home, it dawned on me what an asshole move that was. And since the store isn't that far away, I drove back to try and take back the trash and throw it away properly. But by then, they were already gone. The people at the store work hard at their job. Adding on to their problem was a whole move, and I shouldn't have done it. I don't know what in my brain made me do it. I just did it, and that's the first thing that came to mind without thinking. But not to have any decency to at least wait till I got home to throw it away was selfish. If I get in trouble for it, since the cup had my name on it, then I welcome it by all means. I agree with the first comment here. It's like, you seem like a really good person if this is getting on you that much. Littering is never good, but you're trying to fix it. Sometimes intrusive thoughts are okay to let win when they're generally harmless and it keeps you in check, but you're a good person. And I do agree with that, because it, again, with like the impulsivity, like that, again, letting your intrusive thoughts win. Yes, OP, definitely, I'm sure there was a trash can nearby, and no, littering is definitely not good. But the fact that it was ruminating on your mind, you're like, oh my god, it has my name on it, I'm gonna get in trouble. 1, OP, you probably have a generic name, so I think you're fine. But 2, the fact that you went back and you're like, why did I do that? That was terrible. And you're reflecting, and it's so much that you have to get it out, like on a Reddit thread, like things happen. Yes, littering is no-no. We don't litter. That's not good. But I understand having that on your brain and being like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, why would I do that? Why? But don't let it harp on you too much, especially because it was cleaned up. Like, I'm sure you checked the area, like it didn't blow away or anything like that. So just don't do it again, okay? Okay. I'm glad that you got it off your chest, but I hope you also have some sort of relief. Confession number 4. I still tear up when I leave my parents' house, even after all this time. I'm 34 years old, haven't lived with my parents for many years now, but I still tear up or choke up a bit when I leave their house. I've always felt so safe, happy, and loved there, and that hasn't changed even with me being an adult. I just miss being with them sometimes, and as silly or childish as it sounds, oh, this is so sweet, my eyes are tearing up. That longing and feeling like a kid again hits me as I'm pulling away from their house every time, watching them wave in my rear view. Oh, I was not expecting to tear up. What the heck, OP? You're making me cry now. Let me take a sip to rejuvenate. This is your time to rejuvenate and sip, especially if you are tearing up like me. Side note, last year I was in a really, really intense diamond arting phase, so I diamond arted these coasters, but look how cute these are. We got 1. There's 4, but I'm not gonna get them all. Like, they're so cute. So I think I got them off of Amazon for like probably like less than $10. So if you haven't diamond arted or you're looking for a new fixation art, clearly I am trying to distract myself because I can't believe I just teared up so much about this one story, but it's so heartwarming, okay? But do some diamond arting, because then you can have a coaster and then you can put your beverage on it while you're chit-chatting with me, and we can have a grand old time going down these Reddit threads and maybe crying, who knows. Okay, let's get back to the story. Overall, like, this is such a sweet confession. It doesn't matter how old you are, like, that feeling that you have always felt, like, just so, like, warm and safe, like, that is such a good amazing fact that you have like your parents that you know you can always rely on. Like it goes deeper than you just like tearing up when you leave, because it's like so much emotion when you're leaving. Oh my god, why am I gonna tear up again? This story is clearly moving me. Am I in my luteal phase? Probably. Why am I like tearing up so much? Out of all the confessions, I'm so glad that I clicked on this one, because we're gonna end on this one. It's such a happy note. Clearly, like, these are good tears, because it's so nice to know that OP has such like a caring family, that they literally are like, wow, I love my parents. Like, they make me feel so warm and just like so safe, and like my child, like, I'm glad you had a good childhood, clearly. So I'm glad that OP shared this, because it's so moving. And like, clearly I'm a stranger, they're all strangers, everybody in the comments are strangers, but like, you're putting this story out there for like just people just like feel the warmth. Like, I feel that warmth, and I'm so glad that you put this out there, OP. I'm so glad that you feel that, even though it's like obviously you're tearing up and you're sad, but I'm sure your parents are amazing people, and like I just picture them being like, bye, love you, bye. So like, that's so sweet. I'm so glad that you confessed, and we're gonna end it on that note, because I don't know if I could go down a crazy route if I just ended on this beautiful story where OP is like aging but still feels that warmth and love from their parents. So thank you, OP, for doing my last confession. And that's gonna wrap up this new Reddit video. I appreciate you so much for watching. If you made it this far, be sure to comment your beverage emoji in the comments below, so I can know that you made it this far, that I know you're a part of this gal pal community, and we're liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing if you enjoyed this content, so that way we can build our gal pal community over here on Chit Chatting with Kay Carr. Again, if you have any like recommendations or any Reddit specific threads or specific TikTok stuff that you would like me to talk about, I'm here to talk about every and anything. I do want to expand my content. I just really enjoy talking about TikTok stuff, Reddit stuff. I have made stuff before that I know I want to talk about, like movies and new commentary stuff all around. So if you have any recommendations or stuff that you would like me to cover, please let me know. And thank you so much for chit-chatting with me in this video. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!